Om Sang Saraswati Namaha Namaste. Well, tonight we're going to start the individual pujas for the deities of our cosmic worship. We've worshipped the Guru, we've worshipped Ganesh, we've worshipped the Mother of the Universe, and now we're going to begin with the worship of Durga. Do you know there are certain elements to each puja which are specific to that particular deity? Each deity has a gayatri mantra specific to that deity. Each deity has its own dhyanam, which is a particular description of that deity's form. Each deity has its own bij mantra, which is incorporated into its nyasa. And each deity has its own stotram. It's a song in praise of that deity, particular to that deity, and each deity has his or her own pranam. These 5 elements are particular to each form of worship. So we have a specific gayatri mantra for the deity. We have a specific dhyanam which describes the form of the deity. We have a specific bij mantra which is incorporated into the nyasas of that deity. We have a specific stotram which is a song in praise of that deity, and also an enumeration of the exploits of that deity, and a specific pranam which says, hey, we bow to you. Well, let's begin the worship of the goddess Durga. Remember, Durgam means obstacles, confusion, difficulties, and Durga removes the Durgam. So she is Durga, the reliever of all obstacles, remover of all difficulties. Let's recite the Sanskrit. Om Katyayanaya Vidmake Kanya Kumari Dhimaki Tano Durgi Prachodayatu Etiganda Pushpe Om Rim Srim Dum Durgayagi Namaha. Om Jata Jutta Sammayutam Ardhendu Krita Sekaram Lochanatraya Sangyutam Purnendu Sadhishanadam Tapta Kanchana Parnabdam Supratishtam Sulochanam Navayobana Sampanam Sarva Bharana Bhushitam Sucharudasanam Tadvat Pinonata Pagyodaram Tribhangashtana Sangstanam Mahishashura Mardinim Mrinalayata Sansparsha Dashabahu Samambitam Trishulam Dakshinedyam Kargachakram Pramadata Tichnabanam Tatashaktim Dakshineshu Vichintakid Ketakam Punachapam Cha Pasham Angusham Evacha Gantamba Parashumbapi Bamata Sanibeshagit Adastan Makishantavad Vishiras Pradashagit Shiras Cheto Babam Tadvad Danabang Kargapani Dam Hridhi Sulena Nirbindam Nirjadantra Vipushitam Rakta Rakti Kritandancha Rakta Bispuri Tekshinam Bishtitam Nagapastinam Brukati Bishananam Sapasapa Makastina Vitake Santu Durgaya Pamadrudira Patrancha Devya Singam Pradashagid Devya Sudakshinam Padam Samang Singo Pristitam Kinchidutva Tatahabamam Angushtam Magishopari Pasana Padnan Diving Sarvakama Travapradam Suyamanancha Tarupam Amari Sani Peshageda Ugra Chanda Prachandacha Chandogra Chandanayika Chanda Chandapati Cheva Chandarupati Chandika Ashtabi Sati Bistabi Satatam Pariveshtitam Chintaki Jagadanta Trim Dharma Kamarta Mokshadam Om Ring Sring Dum Durgayaki Namaha Om Ram Angustabhyang Nama Om Ring Tarchanibhyang Svaha Om Rum Madhamabhyang Boshat Om Ring Anabhikabhyang Om Rom Kanishtikabhyang Boshat Om Ra Karota Karprishta Vangastraya Om Ring Sring Dum Durgayaki Nama Om Ram Ridagaya Nama Om Ring Sirase Svaha Om Rum Sikayagi Pashat Om Ring Kapachaya Om Rom Nitra Draga Pashat Om Ra Karota Kaprishta Vangastraya Om Ring Sring Dum Durgayaki Nama. And here we perform jop. And usually we perform 108 times the Bij mantra or the Mul mantra of each deity. We can use again our Karmala. Remember, the space on the middle finger is 1. The space on the bottom at the base of the ring finger is 2. The space on the bottom of the pinky is 3. In the middle is 4, on the tip is 5, on the tip of the ring finger is 6, on the tip of the middle finger is 7, the middle of the middle finger is 8, the base of the middle finger is 9, and the base of the pointer is 10. Excluding these two, we have 10, and 1 times 10, 2 times 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you want to complete the cycle, 9, 10, 11. Don't ever hesitate to give more. Om ring string dum Durgaya Kindama. 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 Om ring string dum Durgaya Durgaya Namaha, Ring Sing Dum 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 Durgaya Namaha. Atha Durga Dvatrimsha Namamala Durga Durgati Shamani, Durga Pabini Barini, Durga Machedini, Durga Sadini, Durga Nasini, Durga Dudarini, Durga Niyantri, Durga Mapa, Durga Magyana Dadaka, Durga Loka Dapanala. Durga Ma, Durga Maloka, Durga Matma, Surupini, Durga Marga Pradadagam, Avidya, Durga Masrita, Durga Magyana Sanstana, Durga Madhyana Basini, Durga Mawa, Durga Maka, Durga Marta Swarupini, Durga Masura Sangantri, Durga Mayu Datarini, Durga Mangi, Durga Mata, Durga Mya, Durga Meshwari. Durga Bhima, Durga Bama, Durga Ba, Durga Darini, Nama Bali Bhimangastu, Durgaya Mama Manabad, Pate Sabha Bhagamuto, Mavishatina Sancaka. Sri Durga Stotra Satanama Stotram Ishwaro Vacha. Satanama Prabhakshami Srinusvat Kamalanane Yashi Prasad Madrina Durga Prita Babetsati Sati Sadvi Baba Prita Babani Baba Mochani Arya Durga Durga Chadya Trinetra Sudadarini Bhina Kadarini Chitra Chandrakanta Mahatapa Manobudir Ahamkara Chitarupa Chitachiti Sarva Mantra Mayi Satya Satyananda Surupini Ananta Bhavini Bhavya 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 Sadagati Sambhavi Devamata Cha Chinta Ratna Priyasada Sarva Vidya Daksha Kanya Dakshayakya Vinasini Aparnatni Kaparnacha Patala Patalabati Patambara Paridana Kalamanjira Ranjini Ameyapi Kamakura Sundari Sura Sundari Banadurga Tamatangi Matangabuni Pujita Brahmi Maheshwari Chandri Kumari Vaishnavi Tata Chamunda Putri Babaraki Lakshmi Sapru Sakriti Bhimalokasini Gyana Kriya Nitya Tabudida Bakula Prima Sarva Bahana Bahana Nisumba Sumba Khanani Megisa Sura Mardini Madhu Koitaba Hatri Cha Chandam Munda Vinasini Sarva Sura Vinasha Cha Sarva Dhanava Katini Sarva Shastra Mahi Satya Satya Sarva Dharana Dharini Tatasva Aneka Sastra Kastata Aneka Strasya Dharini Kumari Cheka Kanyacha Koshari Yuvati Yati Aprorache Raproracha Vritamata Balavata Mahodari Muktakeshi Godarupa Makabala Agni Jwala Prodramukhi Kalaratri Tapasvini Narayani Bhadrakali Vishnu Maya Jalodhari Shiva Duti Karali Cha Ananta Parameshwari Katyayani Cha Savitri Pratyaksha Brahmabadini Yadidam Prapatinidam Durga Namashatastakam Nastadyam Vidyate Divi Trishu Lokeshu Parvati Danandan Yang Sutang Jayam Ayam Gastin Dame Bacha Chaturbakam Tata Chante Labing Muktin Chasasvatim Kumaring Pujagi Twatvu Twatwa Deving Surespurim Pujage Parikya Pakya Pati Namashatastakam Dasya Siddhi Pape Devi Sarvai Sarva Saravi Rapi Rajanata Satanyanti Rajasri Rabapapya Gorochana Lata Kunkumina Sindura Kapura Madutraina Bilika Yantram Bidina Bidijo Babetsa Darayate Purari Boma Bashyandi Shamakre Chandre Shatabhishangate Bilikya Prapate Stotang Sababet Sampatam Patam O Ring String Dung Durgayaki Namaha. Let's go back and read the English a little bit and discuss on page 242, the worship of Durga. Om, we meditate upon the ever-pure one. We contemplate the daughter without flaw or imperfection. May that goddess grant us increase. And not only goddess, but she's Durgi. She is the remover of all obstacles, difficulties, the reliever of difficulties. With these scented flowers, Om, I bow to the goddess Durga, the grantor of increase, who removes all difficulties. Om, Hrim, Shrim, Dum, Durgai, Namaha. Ring is all of Maya. Shrim is all of the perfection of peace in our mind and our hearts. Dum is Durga, who takes away the Durgam. Namaha, we bow to her. And now, with loose flowing tresses, poised with equanimity, with the radiant half moon upon her head, her three eyes are shining like the full moon. She is of the color of melted gold, of excellent birth, and has beautiful eyes. She has 9 manifestations, all resplendently shining with ornaments, and we recited twice 2 different sets of the 9 manifestations of Durga. She holds aloft 10 excellent weapons in her hands, and she has 3 beautiful folds under her breast, the slayer of the great ego. She bears the touch of death to the ego in each of her 10 arms. We meditate upon the order of weapons beginning at the upper right, the trident, sword, discus, bow and arrow. And then energy we contemplate on her right side, the shield, club, noose, curved sword, and the bell or battle axe we contemplate on her left side. Below lies the severed head of the great ego in the form of a buffalo. Remember in chapter 3, she cut off the head of the buffalo, and then he emerged from the neck as a man with a sword and had the body of a buffalo, but the trunk or the torso of a man bearing a sword. So the buffalo head is lying at her feet. In place of the severed head on his neck is the demonic image of the great ego with a sword in his hand. Great minds rarely disagree. He is shown gritting his teeth from the spear that has pierced his heart. Blood is flowing over his body, and red is seen on all his limbs. The cobra snake in the form of a noose has wrapped itself around his brow and upper left arm on the side. So that means he's entwined. He's tangled up with the energy, with the Shakti of this goddess. He's all bound by her energies. On the side of the goddess is shown the lion Dharma. Remember, the goddess rides on the lion, which is Dharma. The ideal of perfection is what is the conveyance of she who removes all the difficulties, and who is her conveyance and is facing the left. So he's looking towards Surat in every temple. The goddess's right foot is flatly positioned on top of the lion, slightly elevated. Only her left toe is on the top of the great ego. So it only takes one toe to hold down that ego in place. And the ego is struggling with all his might and trying to fight with this goddess, and she is so poised and balanced. Her foot is on the lion, her one toe on the ego, and he can't move. The goddess is extremely pleased and grants the fruit of all desires to those who contemplate her excellent form and with one mind sing her praises. The terrible slayer of passion, whose nature removes fear, she who slays fear, she who sees everywhere freedom from fear, she who tears apart fear, she who contains fearlessness, the form of the eradicator of fear, and the supreme, she who tears apart all thoughts. These are the same passion Shaktis who take away all the passion. Here she's taking away all the fear that's born of the passion. With these 8 energies always surrounding her, we think of the creator of the perceivable universe who bestows the way of truth and harmony. And that is another way of expressing Dharma. The ideal of perfection is the way of truth and harmony. The satiation of desires, kama, material sustenance, all that is needed, and liberation, otherwise known as self-realization. I bow to the goddess Durga, the grantor of increase, who removes all difficulties. Om Ram in the thumb I bow, Om Reem in the forefinger I am one with God, Om Room in the middle finger purify, Om Roim in the ring finger cut the ego, Om Rom in the little finger ultimate purity, and then roll our hand over hand forwards and backwards and say Om Ra, I bow to the goddess Durga with the weapon of virtue. Om Ring Sring Dum Durgayaki Namaha. I bow to the goddess Durga, the grantor of increase, who removes all difficulties. Om Ram in the heart I bow and touch the heart. Om Reem on the top of the head I am one with God. Om Room on the back of the head purify. Om Reem crossing both arms cut the ego. Om Rom Netra Trihaya Boshat. Om Rom in the 3 eyes ultimate purity. Om Ra, I bow to the goddess with the weapon of virtue, and clap. I bow to the goddess Durga, the grantor of increase, who removes all difficulties. And now we recite the rosary of 32 names. Remember, Durga Dvatring Sanamamala. The reliever of difficulties, who puts difficulties at peace. The dispeller of difficult adversities, who cuts down difficulties. The performer of discipline, to expel difficulties. The destroyer of difficulties. difficulties, who threatens difficulties with her whip, who sends difficulties to ruin, who measures difficulties, who makes difficulties unconscious, who destroys the world of difficult thoughts. The mother of difficulties, who is beyond the world of difficulties, the intrinsic nature of the soul of difficulties, who searches through difficulties, the knowledge of difficulties, the extrication from difficulties, the continued existence of difficulties, whose meditation remains brilliant when in difficulties, who deludes difficulties, who resolves difficulties, who is the intrinsic nature of the object of difficulties. I mean, without her, nothing is difficult. The annihilator of the egotism of difficulties, the bearer of the weapon against difficulties, the refinery of difficulties, who is beyond difficulties, this present difficulty, the empress of difficulties, who is terrible to difficulties, the lady of difficulties, the illuminator of difficulties, who cuts off difficulties. Whoever will recite this garland of the names of Durga, the reliever of difficulties, will be freed from every type of fear without a doubt, because nothing remains difficult. What could you fear when we are free from difficulties? And now, the song containing 100 names of the respected reliever of difficulties. The Supreme Lord said, O lotus-eyed, I elucidate the 108 names by means of which the reliever of difficulties truly becomes extremely pleased. Embodiment of truth, embodiment of virtue, lover of the universe, embodiment of the universe, who releases the bonds of the universe, purified by knowledge, reliever of difficulties, victory, foremost, having 3 eyes, bearer of the spear, bearer of the trident, characterized by diversity, who makes beautiful, subtle sounds, who performs the great discipline of austerities, mind, intellect, ego, the form of recollection, all recollection, consciousness, the essence of all mantras, the intrinsic nature of being, the intrinsic nature of the bliss of truth, infinite, who brings forth creation, the intensity of reality, the form of welfare, who is always the same, who is always in motion. Beloved by consciousness, mother of the gods, contemplation, beloved jewel, all knowledge, daughter of ability, destroyer of Daksha's sacrifice, without limbs, of various colors, castes, and tribes, of red hue, adorned by red flowers, adorned by silk garments, whose anklets make a beautiful sound. Wielder of infinite strength, who is extremely severe to egos, beautiful one of the gods, reliever of difficulties from the forest, embodiment of the mother, worshipped by the greatest of Munis, creative energy, energy of the great seer of all, energy of the rule of the pure, ever pure one, energy that pervades all, slayer of passion and anger, most excellent desire of union, goddess of wealth, maker of men, spotlessly pure, eminent one, embodiment of wisdom, embodiment of action, eternal, bestower of wisdom, extensive love, carrier of all carriers, and don't get carried away. Slayer of self-deprecation and self-conceit, slayer of the great ego, annihilator of too much and too little, destroyer of passion and anger, destroyer of all egotistical thought, slayer of all duality, essence of all scriptures, truth, bearer of all weapons. With numerous weapons in her hands, bearer of numerous weapons, ever pure one, sole daughter, incomparable beauty, eternal youth, ascetic. Never aging, advanced in age, mother of old age, giver of strength, great eminence, with loose hair, a formidable appearance, one of great strength. shining like fire, a fearful face, the dark night of overcoming egotism, performer of severe spiritual discipline, exposer of consciousness, excellent one beyond time, measurement of the all-pervading consciousness, who came from the waters, ambassador of consciousness, formidable one, infinite, supreme sovereign, ever pure one, bearer of light, perception of the gross world, who speaks of infinite consciousness. O Goddess Parvati, he who recites these, or she who recites these, 108 names of the reliever of difficulties every day will find no difficulties in the three worlds. He or she will find wealth, food, sons, a loving wife or spouse, horses, elephants, and the four objectives of human life, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, will be satisfied. At the end of his or her earthly existence, he or she will attain eternal liberation. One should worship the ever-pure one and meditate upon the female ruler of gods with the highest selfless devotion. Then the recitation of these 108 names should be commenced. O Goddess, whoever performs in this way attains the highest perfection of the gods. Kings become his servants, and he commands the wealth of kingdoms. With fragrant gum, lac, red powders, camphor, ghee, sugar, and honey, one should draw the graphic representation of this truth according to the rules laid down in the scripture. That means with various forms of dupe and duno. How do you say dupe? Dupe is a gum made of a pine pitch, and it's you rub the pine pitch until it becomes a gum, and then you mix with it the pine syrup, lac. And then you mix the kumkum and a korpur, ghee, sugar, honey, and all of this you roll into a ball with scent, with different oils that are scented oils. And then you can dip your dipstick, like a piece of incense, into it and draw the yantra upon either a plate, or you can draw it on a piece of birchpatra, which is a birch bark, the bark from the birch tree. And you make this yantra and you write down the mantra, the mool mantra, Om Ring Srim Dum Durgae Namah. And according to the rules laid down in the scriptures. And the knowledgeable one who will wear such an inscription, we make an amulet out of it, and we put it into a little locket. And you can wear this locket on your right upper arm, or at your neck, or at the base of your waist. And you wear a locket containing these inscriptions. And inside the locket, we along with the birch bark, we roll it up and fold it into in a certain way so it's real small, fits inside the locket. And then we take some leaves of tulsi, just a tiny piece of tulsi leaf, and some rice, and some sesame, and a little bit of scent, like a perfume. And we also put in our lockets a piece of Rakta Bastra, which is the red cloth that comes from the Kamakya temple after the Ambuvachi festival is complete. A very, very sacred piece of red cloth, or also a red cloth, a brand new piece of cloth upon which a snake has crossed. One time we were in the Catskill Mountains in Tennessee. And we were camping out and doing a yagya in the forest, and we saw a snake near to the Havankun, and Mother ran to the car and brought out a piece of brand new red cloth and put it in the snake's path. And the snake crossed over the cloth, and then we cut up the cloth and started making amulets. So that's how the knowledgeable one who will wear such an inscription becomes one with the consciousness of infinite goodness, becomes Shiva. On the evening before the new moon, known as Bomavati, that's Tuesday, when the celestial configuration is in the astram known as Shatabisha, it happens in every yuga. I can't tell you how many times. It may be once or twice in a few years. You may find that the Shatabisha asterism comes on Tuesday night of the new moon. And if one recites these mantras, he becomes the Lord of wealth. I bow to the goddess Durga, the grantor of increase, who removes all difficulties. Do we have any questions about Durga?
Swamiji, I have a question about the altar.
Yes, please.
At the lower level, or the gross level, the deity in the middle is Mahalakshmi, and at the causal level or the uppermost level, she is Durga. But in the introduction, you also call her the deity in the gross level as Durga. So why is she both Mahalakshmi and Durga in the lower level?
She is also Mahishashurmardini, the 18-armed slayer of the great ego. In the upper level, she is the 10-armed Durga from chapter 12, which is the false Shruti of the Chandi. And in the lower level, she is Durga or Mahishashurmardini or Mahalakshmi, who is the 18-armed slayer of the great ego. They are the same. So she takes on various names according to the various relationships that devotees have with her. But she is Durga, she is Mahalakshmi, she is Mahishashurmardini.
But in the meditation, when you look at the description, it corresponds more closely to the Durga at the third level. Is that correct?
This is the Durga, this meditation is the Durga of the 10-armed Durga. This is the meditation of the 10-armed Durga, definitely.
She's also Kali.
Well, she's Kali, not on this, we're going to worship her as Kali next. Yes, please.
Swamiji, questions?
Yes, please.
People watching us. One question is, we use Hram, Krim, Krum, Kraim, Haram for the nyasas. How are these related to Krim? Are they components of this bija?
I'm sorry?
Swamiji, she's saying when we do the nyas,
Yes.
we use Hram, Krim, Krum.
Ram, Rim, Rum, Roing, Rum, Ra.
How are these connected to Krim?
Clean.
Krim.
Cream. Okay, now, as we study Sanskrit, we're going to learn that of the 16 vowels, there's A, E. We're taking the long vowel of each of the vowels. So, rang, ring, rung, ring, rung, ra. And we take the long vowel because that is the causative. And that creates causation. So that is the actor. The short vowel is acted upon. So in the nyasas, we are using the long vowels. And that's how they are related.
And are they components of the bija? The
Components.
Yeah.
Are they components of the bija hrim? No, they are expansions of the bija hrim. So the bija is hrim, and that is true of all the bij mantras. For example, shrim, shrung, angusta byang bao, shring, tarjani byang spa, shrung, madama byang boshat, shring, anami kap byang hum, shrung, kanishti kambos shat, shra, karota kapishta byang gastraya pa. These are the expansions, the extensions of the bij mantra, hring, shrim. Kling, klong angusta beng mo, kling tarjani beng spa, klung madba beng bosa, kling and amika beng, klong kanishta kambosa, kla, karota kaprishta beng bastraya. Som, Saraswati, Hung, Rudra, or all of them work in the same way. We take the vritti, the long vowel of each of the vowels, and attached it to the first letters of the Bij mantra, and that's how we expand the bija to cause its infinite causation. And that's how we make the nyasas. You take the mool mantra, Saraswati, Sam Angusta Byang Bo, Sing Tarjani Byang Spa, Sung Madba Byang Bosa, Sing Namika Byang Song Konishti Kambosa, Sa Karota Kaprishta Bangastraya Pa. And in most cases, there are a few anomalies. For example, Shiva's mantra is Panchakshar, Nang, Ma, Shi, Ba, Ya. However, Rudra is Hung. Hung gusta byang mo, Hing tarjani byang spa, Hung madba byang bosa, Hing anamika byang Hung, Hung kanishti kambosa, Ha karota kaprishta byang astraya pat. This is called the vritti, the long, elongated, the causative form of the vowel is added to the first part of the Bij mantra, and that's how we establish the nyas. Is that clear, or I see a lot of confusion? No? Thank you.
Swamiji, is there a specific order to worshipping the deities, Durga followed by Kali, Lakshmi, Saraswati?
Yes, there is a specific order to worshipping the deities. Ladies first. So we worship the Shaktis, and then we worship the masculine forms, and then we come back and worship the Guru and Ganesh again. He opens the door and he closes the door. So we say, so we worship him at the beginning of the puja, at the end of the puja, and then we have added, according to our lineage, Sri Ramakrishna and Sarada Devi and Sri Ma, and we even worship the great ego, Mahishasura. And we worship the lion as well.
Swamiji, in the 108 names of Durga,
Yes.
why is Ahankar, the ego, one of them?
Oh, the ego is a manifestation of Maya, and Maya is part of the Divine Mother. So if the Divine Mother assumes the form of my ego, well, that's a pretty divine ego. If I remember that my ego is part of the mother, and the mother is manifested in ego, and then every time my ego pops out, it'll be a very nice occasion rather than what it is usually. So the ideal is, the standard is set for us in chapter 4 of the Chandi when she says, send all the Asuras to heaven, Mother. Please bless them with liberation, eternal liberation. And thinking thusly, our every ideal remains in perfection. How can you get angry? Go to heaven. What will be the response? Instead of invoking someone else's anger, we're blessing them. All Asuras, go to heaven. Stop fighting. We grant you liberation. And thinking thusly, our every idea remains in the highest perfection. No enmity. Rupam dehi, jayam dehi, yasho dehi, dvisho jati. Remove all dvisha, all dvesh, all enmity, all conflict, all confusion, all confrontation, prohibited. And that's why the ego is worshipped as divine. Yes, please.
Swamiji, when we worship a deity, a particular deity continually, the worshipper takes on the qualities of the deity.
Correct.
Now, when we worship Durga, what are the qualities that we as the worshipper attain?
freedom from fear and freedom from difficulties, and the capacity to inspire that in everyone in our environment. We are free from fear because we don't have any fear, and we have no difficulties. We only have solutions, we don't have problems. So here we go through life appreciating the honor to apply solutions and demonstrate our love and our devotion for God. These are just opportunities that are confronting us. They are not obstacles and difficulties and burdens that we're trying to escape from. They're opportunities to demonstrate our love and our devotion, and thereby we get to be free from difficulties, only filled with solutions. Any other questions? Let's move on to Kali. The worship of Kali, Mo Mahakali Yagi Chabit Bake, Shmashan Basin Yagi Chadimaki, Tanno Kali Prachodoya, Dhyanam. Karala Padnang Gorang, Muktakeshing Chatur Bujam, Kalikam Dakshinang Dibyam, Mundamala Bibushitam, Sadyastim Yasira Harkarga, Bama Dorda Dwakar Rubujam, Abayambara Dancheva, Dakshinadar Ardapanikam, Mahamika Prabang Shamam, Tatha Cheba Digambarim, Kantava Sakta Mundali, Galadrudira Charchita, Karnavata Vathanita, Shava Yugma Boyanakam, Goradan Strankaralasyam, Pinonata Payodaram, Shavanam Karasangati, Krita Kanjaring Shan Samuking, Srikadoya Galadrakta, Dararivis Puritananam, Goraraba Maharodrim, Shmashana Loya Basinim, Palarkamandalakara, Lochana Trita Yanvitam, Dantaram Dakshinabhyapi, Muktalan Vikachochayam, Shavarupa Mahadeva, Hrideo Parisangstitam, Shiva Bir Goraravabish, Chatudikshu Samanvitam, Mahakali Nachasamam, Bipari Tarataturam, Shaka Sukaprasana Padnam, Smeranana Saroruham, Evam Sanchinta Gate Kaling, Sarvakama Samrididam, Om Kring 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 Hung Hung Ring Ring Dakshine Kali Ke, Kring 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 Hung Hung Ring Ring Swa, Om Kram Angusta Bangdama, Om Kring Tajani Byang Swa, Om Krum Madhava Byang Boshat, Om Kring Anamika Byang Om Kram Kanishtika Bamboshat, Om Kra Karolta Karprishta Vyangastraya Pat, Om Kring Kali Inama, Om Kram Rita Kainama, Om Kring Sirase Swa, Om Kring Shikaya Divashat, Om Kring Kabachayam, Om Kram Pranitra Traya Boshat, Om Kra Karolta Karprishta Vyangastraya Pat, Om Kring Kali Nama. And you can make japa here 108 times, either Om Kring Kali Namaha, Om Ring Sring Kring Parameshwari Kali Kes Namaha, or Om Ring Sring Kring Parameshwari Kali Kes Swaha. All three of those mantras are acceptable 108 times. Let's recite the Adya Stotram. Srinu Vatsa Prabhakshami Adyastotra Bhakkapalam Yapate Satatam Bhakya Sajeva Vishnu Balaba Mriti Vyadhi Bhaikantasya Nasti Kimchit Kalo Yuke Aputro Labate Putram Tripakshang Sravanang Nadi Dvaumaso Bandana Muktir Viprabhaktra Srutam Jadi Mrita Vatsa Jiva Vatsa Shanmasang Sravanang Jadi Naukayang sakate yute, patanajaya mapya, likitwa stapanadhyage, nagdi chora bayan kwachit, rajasthani jayi nityang, prasana sarva devata, papani vilatang janti, mrita mukti mapapniyana. Om Hrim Brahmani Brahmaloke cha Boykunte Sarvamangala Indrani Amravatyam Ambika Varunake Yamalake Kalarupa Kubera Babani Supa Mahanandandani Kunecha Bayamyam Rikapakini Naritam Rakta Dantacha Aisanyang Suladarini Patale Vaishnavi Rupa Singale Devamoyini Sursacha Manidvipe Lankayam Bhadrakalika Rameshwari Setbande Bimala Purushottame Viraja Udrajeshicha Kamakya Nila Parvate Kalika Bangladeshicha Ayodhyayam Akeshwari Varanashyam Annapurna Gaye Kshetre Gayeswari Kurukshetre Bhadrakali Bhadre Katyayani Para Dwarkaya Mahamaya Mathuraya Magheshwari Shudatvang Sarvbhutanam Bilatvang Sagarasya Navami Krishna Pakshasya Sukase Kadashi Para Dakshasya Duita Devi Daksha Yagya Vinasini Ramasya Janaki Twangi Ravana Twang Sakarini Chandamunda Padevi Raktabija Binasini Nisumba Sumba Patani Madhu Koita Bhagatini Vishnu Bhakti Pradadurga Sukada Mokshada Sada Imangatyasta Pampunyam Yapatit Satatanara Sarva Jarabhaganyasyad Sarva Vyadhi Vinasanam Koti Tirtha Palam Chaso Lavate Nata Sanchaka Joya Me Chavadabatu Vijaya Patu Prishtata Narayani Sirsadese Sarvangye Singapakini Jivadute Ugrachanda Pradyanye Parameshwari Vishalakshi Mahamaya Komari Shakiri Shiva Chakrini Joyadatvita Ranamata Ranaprika Durga Jayanti Kali Cha Bhadra Kali Makodari Narasinghi Chabaraki Siddhi Datri Sukapada Bhayankari Makaroti Mahaboy Habinasini Iti Adya Stotrams Samaptam Om Kring 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 Ong Ong Ring Ring Dakshine Kalike Kring 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 Ong Ong Ring Ring Swa Om Kali Kali Mahakali Kalike Papaharini Damartha Moksha Devi Narayani Namo Astate Om Kring Kali Hai Namah. Let's go back and study the English. Worship of Kali. Oh, we meditate upon the great goddess who takes away darkness. We contemplate she who resides in the cremation form, the cremation grounds, the ultimate form into which creation dissolves. May that goddess grant us increase. So here's the Smashani Basini. It's referring to the goddess into whom all dissolves. She is the controller of all. Mahakali. She is the great goddess beyond time, the great destroyer. She is what remains at the end of creation. Her meditation, the sound of her voice makes one dreadfully fearful. She has loose hair and 4 arms. She who takes away the darkness of divine ability or bearing divine gift and displays the garland of heads of impure thoughts. So she's cut off all of our negativities. She's put them on a garland. She wears the garland. We're free from negativities because she's got them there with her. It's just an ornament on the neck of the goddess of nature. In her lower left hand is the recently severed head of the ego. You can see him there in her hand. and which is in her upper left hand, which is raised, is the sword. With her lower right hand, she grants fearlessness, and with her upper right hand, she gives blessings. So fearlessness, blessings, the sword, and the head of the ego. She shines like a big dark cloud and is clothed in space. She's naked without any covering, clothed in space. She's Digambar. From her neck dangles the garland of heads dripping the blood of attachment from their severed necks. So she's cut down all the negativities, all the blood, all the attachments are dripping away, falling away from the negativities, and she is content to see us free from attachment. Her 2 ears are adorned with ring-shaped ornaments. Her body is withered like a corpse. Her large protruding teeth are extremely terrifying to the ego, and her large upraised breasts overflowing. She wears a girdle made from the severed arms of the corpses of impurity that she has slain. So she's cut off their arms, and she's made a little dress of these dangling arms. That means she has totally removed their power from them. They can do nothing. The negative thoughts have no capacity to entrap us in any way. She's clothed in all of their power. And she's wearing as an ornament their personalities. They have no capacity whatsoever. They have been totally removed from power. And she removed the severed arms of the corpses of impurity, and she has slain those corpses. Her face is filled with laughter, pouring forth from the throat she has cut, cometh forth a torrent of blood, the life of all passion. Remember, Rakta Bija is the seed of desire, all the passion, all the misguided, negative passion that gets us into trouble time and time again, in a glistening river flowing forth. Extremely frightful and greatly terrifying is this resident of the cremation grounds, this young woman with a figure like an ascetic's begging bowl, with 3 eyes, pervading the south and filling up everywhere. Unattached, she is resting with ease on the corpse of the like form of Mahadev, the great Lord of all, standing upon his heart. He is consciousness. He only is the witness. She is nature dancing on the stage of consciousness. He is like a corpse. He doesn't act at all. He only sees. And all that he can see is her dance. Shiva, that's her. Shiva, with a small a at the end, is him, the masculine, the witness. And Shiva, the energy of infinite goodness. Kali emits a dreadful roar that pervades the 4 directions. And Mahakala, the great time Shiva, the masculine, equally reverses or sends it back with the greatest of delight. There they are, roaring in nature. In fact, every sound that we hear is the roar of time. If one contemplates Kali, the remover of darkness, in this way, with her face of radiant beauty that gives pleasure and its wide, expansive smile, one will become prosperous and fulfill all desires. On the cause that moves the subtle body to the infinite perfection and beyond, cut the ego, Maya, Maya. O goddess who removes all darkness, the cause which moves the subtle body to the infinite perfection and beyond. Cut the ego, Maya, Maya. I am one with God. And that's the form of Kali. We are asking again and again, cut the ego, remove all negativities, take away my negative karma, make an ornament of them, all of my negativity, so I can see the goddess of nature is pure and clear and adorned by my negativities. That makes me free. Krung in the thumb I bow, Kring in the forefinger I am one with God, Krung in the middle finger purify, Kring in the ring finger cut the ego, Krung in the little finger ultimate purity. I bow to the goddess Kali with the weapon of virtue. I bow to the goddess Kali who takes away darkness. Krung in the heart I bow, Kring on the top of the head I am one with God, Krung on the back of the head purify, Kring crossing both arms cut the ego, Krum in the three eyes ultimate purity, and rolling hands over hand forwards and backwards. I bow to the goddess Kali with the weapon of virtue. I bow to the goddess Kali who takes away darkness. We're almost out of time. Let's see if we have any questions, and we'll continue next time to describe the Song of the Foremost. Do we have any questions about the goddess Kali and the form of the goddess Kali? Because I know she's terrifying to many, but she's only terrifying to the ego. To the lovers and devotees, she is the most beneficent figure that's possible. Look how she instills fear in all of the egos. And that makes the devotees free. Please.
This question is connected. Somebody is requesting you to speak to the fear some people have of worshipping Kali or keeping her idol at home. Is it true that unless one is a true Vairagi, one should not worship Kali?
No, that is not true. In order to become a true Vairagi, you must worship Kali. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. She is dark because she is unknowable, and she has taken away all of our darkness so she can illuminate our light. She's only fearful to egos, and if you are filled with attachment, she will be fearful to you because she will ask you to give up your attachments. She presents this horrific form because she wants us to come to her as a loving children to a mother and say to a mother, please be fearful to my enemies and be propitious to me. Be beneficent to me. Give us blessings. Take away my darkness. Take away my ego. Take away my negativities. No, don't hesitate to worship her.
Question from Kumari.
Please.
How does Kali take away darkness?
She is dark herself, so she has taken away all of our darkness every time we contemplate her form. And we see that she's holding in her hand the head of the ego. And look at me. I'm no longer here. I'm there in the hands of Kali. Who is this? She just reaches right out and takes her sword and cuts the head of that ego and says, who are you really? Now that I'm holding your egoistic personality here, who is that? That must be the form of consciousness. That is Shiva. That is the witness. And that's how she takes away the negativities. That's how she takes away the ego. The more I focus my attention on Kali, the more free, the greater capacity to be free we are empowered with. Are there other questions, please?
Swamiji, for the seeker, any seeker, how do we discern that we are afflicted by attachment? What are the signs?
The very fact that we have a body means that we're attached. The very fact that we have special relationships means that we're attached. The very fact that we come back to the same home every night means we're attached. That's whose home? It's my home! And don't mess it up! Because I want my home my way.
So it is only the wandering sadhus who are free from attachment?
No, they're not free from attachment. They still have a stick. They still have a staff. They have an asan. They have a mala and a loincloth. Right, I have a great story to tell, and I'm sorry we're out of time. Remind me tomorrow night, and I will tell you the story of I will not. I will tell it right now. Excuse me. If we go over time, we'll have to figure out how to compress these a little bit smaller, but we'll leave the technical details for someone else. Shukdev was born from the divine fire when Vedavyas was making yajna. Shukdev came out. He bowed down to his father and said, "Father, what shall I do?" And the father said, "Go learn the Vedas, study with Brihaspati." Shukdev studied with Brihaspati for many years, and he became expert at Vedanta, and he got his Samavartan. And he came back, his graduation from studies. The Guru sent him back to his father's home. "You are now Vedvid. You are a knower of the Vedas." And Shukdev bowed down to his father Vedavyas, and Vedavyas kissed him and hugged him and said, "My son, you have come back full of knowledge." And Shukdev said, "Father, now what do you want me to do?" And father said, "According to our scriptures, you've finished your brahmachari stage. You should now become a grahastha, get married, have a family, make a contribution to this world, make this world a better place because of your having been here." And Shukdev said, "Father, you've got to be kidding me. I was born from the divine fire. I had a father like Vedavyas. I was studied under a guru like Brihaspati, the guru of the gods. I learned for many, many years Veda and Vedanta, and now you're throwing me into the world pit, a pool of Maya and attachment? You want me to get married? No way." Now Vedavyas tried again and again and again to convince Shukdev, "You got to get married. That's what it says in the scriptures. You studied the scriptures. First you're a brahmachari, then you're a grahastha, then you can become vanaprastha, and then you become sannyas." And nobody skips a step. No matter how Vedavyas pleaded with Shukdev, Shukdev refused to get married. He said, "No way." And Vedavyas said, "I'm at my wit's end. I don't know how to convince this kid what he should do, what's best for him. I don't know how can I, he won't follow my instructions. I'm telling you, Shukdev, if you don't believe me, go see Janak Raja. Go sing the King Janak. Get darshan of King Janak, and then you come back here and see me, and I will allow you to do anything you choose to do. You make your own decision." So Shukdev went to see Janak, and he had to cross all of India, and he had so many adventures on the way, and I'm out of time, so I can't tell you all the adventures he had on his way. He got to Janak's court in Mithila, and he was greeted by the guard who said, "Who are you? And what business do you have in our city? And where do you think you're going?" And Shukdev said, "I'm a Brahmin. I've come to see the king. My father sent me. But I don't think there's any reason to see the king. My father said that I would see the darshan of someone who's known as Videha. Who doesn't have a body. He's liberated while living. He's a Jivan Mukta. And here, this man is so bound by attachment, he's got guards and soldiers standing with weapons around his city saying, 'Who are you and what business do you have to enter my door?' I have no reason to go in at all. I don't even want to see this guy. I'm going home." And the guard said, wait, please, Brahman, I didn't mean to offend you. It's just that my job is to stand here and ask everybody who are you and what business do you have to come into the city? And where are you going? And what is your purpose here? But I can tell you are a noble man, you are a knowledgeable man, and please, feel free to go about your business. And Shukdev said, "Well, I know this is a wasted trip. And I know there is nothing to be accomplished here. But I've come this far, I might as well just go in and look around." And he walked into the city, and he saw normal people conducting the normal functions of life. And people were bartering, and people were bickering, and people were trying to bargain over the price of goods and commodities, and trying to beat each other down to the lowest common denominator. And everyone was just Normal. Ad nauseum. Normal. And so when Janak heard that Sukhdev, his guru's son, had come to see him, he sent the prime minister. And the prime minister went and greeted Sukhdev and invited him into the hospitality chambers where he was served delicious food, and he was massaged by beautiful maidens and given a nice bath and given fine clothes to wear and treated like a royal guest. And Sukhdev said, what nonsense this is. I'm a Brahmin. I was born from the divine fire. I had a father like Vedavyas. I had a guru like Brihaspati. I studied the Vedas for all my life. And here these people are trying to bribe me with beautiful clothes and sumptuous feasts and beautiful ladies. I have no desire whatsoever. Well, the night passed in this way. Sukhdev got up early in the morning and performed his meditation, and he performed his puja, and then he recited his pot, and then he had his breakfast, and then the king sent for him. And he went into the audience chamber with Janak Raja, the king, and Janak greeted him politely and gave him a seat, and they sat down and began to talk. And Janak said, what is the purpose of your visit here? And Sukhdev said, King, I was born from the divine fire. I had a father like Vedavyas. I had a guru like Brihaspati. I studied the Vedas, and I came home and my dad said, get married. I said, what nonsense. Why shall I get married and bind myself to the attachments to a wife and family, household, a need for an income, all that nonsense, when here I am with this knowledge and this mind, I'm already feeling free. Why should I do that? And Janak said, well, you know, it says in our scriptures that a man should he should be a brahmachari, and then he becomes a grahasta, and then he's a vanaprastha, and then he takes sannyas. And Sukhdev said, I've heard all that before. I'm not interested. A man who is bound to a sacrificial pillar could hope for escape. But a man who's bound to care for a wife and family can never hope for escape. Where is he going to run away to? How can he flee from the attachments, the bondage to family? I don't want to get married. Janak said, well, this is our custom and this is our tradition, and this is the best thing in your interest, because who knows, when you go into the forest, even you are one man by yourself, you have an asan, you have a water pot, you have a stick, these are yours. There's no less attachment to these articles. And Sukhdev responded, King, look at all the stuff that you have. You've got this whole kingdom and this throne and this golden crown and all these silk cloths and these sumptuous feasts and all these beautiful ladies to wait and serve on you. Aren't you attached to them? And Janak said, what you say is very true. I have all of these responsibilities, but none of it is mine. I'm administrator of this kingdom on behalf of a higher king. I'm only a servant in the kingdom of God. And that's why they call me liberated while living. Sukhdev bowed down to the king and went back to Vedavyas's house and said, Father, whatever you say, I'm ready to do. And as the story went, I have just a few minutes more, Sukhdev got married, and he had 2 children. And he educated his children. He gave his daughter and son in marriage and he fixed their marriage and set them up in their own households with their own livelihoods. And when they were firmly established, he said, okay. And he ascended to heaven. And Vedavyas is called out, Shukdev, come back down here. Wait a minute. I wanted a son so that someone would be here to, posterity would be here in order to perform my funeral rites so I could go to heaven. And here you've achieved liberation, and you are ascending to heaven and leaving me here. And Shukdev called down to his father Vedavyas, Father, don't look at me through the eyes of attachment. Look at me through the eyes of wisdom and know that I have fulfilled my dharma, I've fulfilled my highest purpose on this earth, and now I am free to ascend. You still have karma left to perform. You remain and perform it. Om San Saraswati Namaha. Namaste.